Shalom. Just want to give first and foremost all praise, honor, and glory and fear to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakar Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And peace and salutations to the hope brothers out there that's striving for salvation during these electrifying and exciting times. I say shalom. If you sisters that's tuning in the right spirit, I say shalom. I want to do a quick video. If you paying close attention and assessing what goes on, throughout the earth, you have to lay your eyes on the activities and the different things that whoever's in the rulership, whoever's ruling, and what they doing. Like whatever empire is in control, that's in power at that time. You need to watch what they do. And at this particular moment in time, this last rulership is being ruled by the Edomites, which is the wicked, which is the so-called white man. And the things that he's doing, the scriptures tell you in Job 9:24 that the earth was given to the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof, if not when and who. Roughly paraphrasing. So we know who's in control. And so we know who to watch. And we pay close attention to the activities and the things that he do. And he's a perfect devil. He's known as the devil, the deceiver. And the things that he's doing, everything that he's doing, he's really just running up a payback tab for himself. Because everything that, the scriptures say what a man soweth, he is what he should also reap. So in this particular circumstance, Esau, everything that he's doing, he's going to have to reap that twofold. It's just going to come back at him, much harsher and double. And right now, just recently, the Taliban has taken over Afghanistan. And so Biden pulled the troops that were in Afghanistan, even though there's still Americans that are being reported that are stuck in Afghanistan and can't get out, and the Taliban is holding them ransom, and I think they need to pay something like $10,000 or $15,000 per person to be allowed to fly out of there, to get out of there. They flew ships, planes full of Afghanistan people here into the U.S. Meanwhile, Haitian refugees, migrants, have migrated to the Texas border to try to come into the United States because of the position in shambles that the country of Haiti is what's going on over there. They're trying to make a better life. They're trying to flee the problems and issues that's going on in the island of Haiti. And they're just trying to make a better life for themselves. They're being denied. You have Edomites on horsebacks whipping them, but they won't come across the Texas border. So you're letting, and it's crazy, you're letting all these Afghanistan, they will be considered refugees too. Except you rolled out the red carpet and flew them in, and they can't stand America. They can't stand Americans. These other countries in the Middle East, they look at America as great Satan. But yet, here you are bringing them on in, but you won't allow, the so-called Haitians, which are the Levites from the 12 tribes. They're Israelites. So we're going to get into a couple of scriptures that they're going to identify your repercussions for the actions that you Edomites are doing. So this is Ezekiel 35, and I'm going to start from the top. It says, "Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it." Mount Seir that's pretty much at this point in time. That was where the land where Edomites dwelled, but that's anywhere where Edomites are now, because there are people before they're a place. So wherever Edomites are, Mount Seir, that's talking about you Edomites, the wicked. Verse 3, "And say unto it, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, O Mount Seir. I am against thee, and I will stretch mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. And this is coming. This is a future prophecy. This is a this is at the end of the tunnel for you Edomites. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time of their iniquity had an end. Because our our time of our because we're here in the state that we in as Israelites, talking about the whole nation of Israel, as a pure punishment for direct disobedience of our people, of the Most High. We defied the Most High. We have broke the law, statutes, and commandments generationally as a whole nation, and so the Most High has placed us in captivity here in America. This is our final captivity, and it's coming to an end. But yet, you still have pressed the gas on us. Esau has pressed the gas to this day. Case in point, what I spoke about earlier about how you're treating the Haitian people that's coming over here trying to have a better life, and you're denying access to help. You don't care. You're heartless. You know these people are out. They're out in crazy conditions, and you're not even assisting them. You're not even helping them. If you want to deny them from coming over, but why aren't you giving them assistance, helping them? Why aren't you giving them aid? But when an earthquake come over there, you send your Red Cross over there. We all know what that's about. You send them over there because you want to take over and take. You want to. In my personal opinion, I believe Esau is creating those earthquakes that are happening over there in Haiti. Um, you're the generator of the dysfunction that's going on in the island of Haiti, and you doing it so you can get their resources, and you pretend that you coming over there to give them assistance, but you really bringing a little bit. You don't even give all that's collected to them. You give a portion. You collect hundreds of millions of dollars um, in relief funds all across the world, but you fly in bottles of water, bags of rice and beans. You don't even so much as to give them anything of any type of substance more than that. And don't get me wrong, beans and rice will go a long way, but the money that you're collecting, you can provide more than that, but you don't. These are the conditions that's going to be reflected on you upon yourself when you're in that condition, because you're going to be in that condition in the kingdom. Verse 6. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. That's beautiful. Like I said, what you sow, you shall reap. The scripture say, roughly paraphrasing, he is going to show no mercy to those who have shown no mercy. And you're showing the Levites no mercy right now. Those Levites that are trying to come in, that's trying to come here to have a better life, just to have a better circumstance. It's not like they gonna get the American dream, because the American dream was never American dream. It was always American nightmare. It's just now a lot of people are awoke and they not asleep on that dream. It says, sit thou has not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. That sounds like a role reversal to me. Since you didn't have no hate for spilling people's blood, well, you know what? Your blood gonna be spilled just like the blood that you've been spilling. It's Isaiah 47 in verse 5. It says, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou hast no more, and thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. because America is known as the Lady of Kingdom, the Statue of Liberty that sits in the island over there in New York. Let you know this is a Lady of Kingdoms. Verse 6, and I was wroth through my people, and have polluted mine inheritance, and given them into thine hands. Thou didst show them no mercy. Like you're showing the Haitian people no mercy, but you're giving all the mercy in the world to the Afghanistan people that you flew in here. You flew them directly in here, and then you're providing comfort for them as they're here. It says, "Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke," and you've kept in that yoke of iron that you've had physically on our neck. It doesn't have to be a physical yoke of iron because you've captured the Israelites' minds. Most Israelites are in a Gentile state of mind. Most Israelites are in Stockholm. They suffer from Stockholm syndrome, which they worship their master. So all you have to have now is a mental yoke of iron around their neck, and they keep themselves chained down. That's what you've done to God's chosen people. You've put them in those circumstances that they have, and that they don't know, that they don't even realize that they're being enslaved, and the treatment that they're receiving, because our people aren't suffering in the ways we used to suffer. We're still suffering. You're still killing our people. You're still providing endless, treacherous conditions for our people. You got look at the videos. You got so many Haitians out there. They're outside the border in Mexico, and they just can't, like, they don't even. It's in worse conditions than you have certain Americans that are living under freeways. At least they have tents. At least they can get some type of government assistance. At least they can go to certain churches and food banks and get canned goods and get food. And a lot of them are in that condition because they're on some type of substance abuse, some type of addiction. They lived their life to place themselves under those conditions. But when it comes to, when we all know, let's not omit the fact that it's a judgment that's being placed on those people from Haiti that's came over there. The Most High has put them in that condition as a judgment, because a lot of our brothers and sisters from the tribe of Levi live foul and very, very, very strongly pushed by the left hand side with the black magic and the voodoo that they practice over there. But at the same time, the scriptures tell you that our calamities our iniquities coming to an end. So you have shown no mercy unto them. I'm gonna read verse 6 again. And I was wrought through my people. I have polluted mine inheritance, and given them into thine hand, and thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient thou hast very heavily laid thy yoke, and you continue to lay that yoke on our people every chance and moment you get. You don't let up. Well, guess what? You're not letting up. It's just gonna be the same circumstance for yourself. We won't let up on you when we get you in our kingdom. It's Ezekiel 25 and verse 12. It says, "Thus saith the Lord power, because that Edom had dwelt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and had greatly offended, and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will also stretch out mine hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hands of my people Israel." So, like I said, everything you're doing to our people is going to be done to you at our hands. And listen to this. It says, "And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury," which means we're not angry enough. We don't have enough fury to match the way the Most High feel about the punishments that needs to be laid upon the necks of the Edomites. So the Most High is going to put his fury and his anger upon us so we can execute it perfectly upon Edom. It says, and they shall know my vengeance, said the Lord power. And that's what we're waiting for that day to come in the kingdom of heaven, which will be ruled by the Hebrew Israelites, which is Yahweh Shai's kingdom. You will be put in subjection. Your blood will be spilled, and you will receive double from the treatment that you're giving out right now will be given back to you. So with that, I want to say all praise, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. I say shalom.